All right, let's talk about something that is absolutely critical if you're building on the Salesforce platform, security for your Lightning Web Components. Honestly, if you're a developer, you really, really need to get this right. So here's the game plan for today. We're going to start with why this is such a big deal. Then look at the awesome protections Salesforce gives you for free. After that, we'll dive into your part of the job, the common traps people fall into, and wrap it all up with a checklist you can use on every single project. First things first, let's set the stage. It's so important to understand that when we write code, it doesn't just live on our machine. It's out there in the world, running in what can sometimes be a pretty hostile environment. I mean, just think about it for a second. Once you deploy your component, it's out in the wild. It's running on a user's browser, which could have anything on it. Weird extensions, malware, you name it. So what's standing between your app and all that chaos?
These are the big bads we're constantly up against. You've got malicious scripts trying to sneak in, which can lead to nasty things like cross-site scripting or XSS attacks. Then there's the risk of someone messing with the very structure of your page, the DOM. And the worst-case scenario, your user's critical data gets leaked. None of that is good.
Now, here's the good news. You are not fighting this battle alone, not even close. The Salesforce platform comes with this incredible built-in shield that handles a lot of these threats for you, right out of the box. The first piece of that shield is called Locker Service. And the best way to picture this is to imagine that every single component gets its own private, locked room. It's like a secure sandbox. This enforces super strict isolation, which means one component just can't reach over and mess with another one's stuff. It's a foundational promise of the platform. And then, on top of that, you've got the Content Security Policy, or CSP. So if Locker Service provides the locked rooms, think of CSP as the bouncer at the front door. It has a very strict guest list, and it controls exactly which outside scripts or files are even allowed to get into your app. If it's not on the list, it's not getting in. Simple as that. And all of this leads to a core rule you have to follow. See, because of these protections and something called the shadow DOM, which keeps your component's guts hidden, you can't just use the global document object to find things on the page anymore. You have to use this .template to look for elements inside your component's little world. Okay, so the platform has your back, which is awesome, but security is definitely a shared responsibility. The foundation is strong, but what you build on top of it matters. So let's get into your role in all this. Let's say you want to use a cool third-party library, maybe for charting or something. There is a very specific, secure way to do it. It's a three-step dance. First, you upload that library as a static resource. Second, you import the special load script function. And third, you use that function to safely load your library. This process makes sure the platform knows about the code and can keep an eye on it. And this brings me to a crucial, non-negotiable point. You can never load a script directly from an external CDN. I know it's tempting, but doing that completely bypasses all the security we just talked about. It's like leaving the front door of your fortress wide open. Just don't do it. Now let's talk about the back end. The difference here is night and day. On the left, you see code that just grabs every account, totally ignoring who the user is. Big yikes. On the right, you see the secret sauce, the with sharing keyword. You have to use this. It tells Salesforce, hey, whatever you do, make sure you enforce this user's permissions. This ensures people only see the data they're actually supposed to see. All right, so we know the right things to do, but sometimes it's just as important to know what not to do. Let's look at some of the most common security traps developers fall into so you can sidestep them completely. Here's a quick rogues gallery for you. We've hit a few of these already, using the global document object, loading scripts from a CDN, and forgetting with sharing in Apex. A couple more big ones. Never ever trust validation that only happens on the client side. Always double check on the server. And please, just avoid using eval. It's a huge security risk that can execute any code. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground. So let's pull all of this together into one final, actionable checklist. This is the stuff you should have pinned to your monitor every time you're building a new Lightning Web component. Think of this as your new mantra. 1. Trust the platform, but remember you have a role to play. 2. Always use static resources for external libraries. 3. Stick to this .template when you're working with the DOM. 4. Lock down your Apex with sharing. And 5, don't just test for bugs, test specifically for security flaws. So as we wrap this up, if there's one thing you take away, it's this. Security isn't something you tack on at the end. It has to be baked into your process from the very start. Building securely is how you build trust with your users. So the real question is, what's the first thing on this list you're going to check in your own code?